Welcome everyone to another episode of Dr. Eli. Today's episode is a really special episode because today is actually Christmas. So, from me and everyone from Dr. Eli, I would really like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. But in today's episode, we have a really serious topic. And in this topic might really put our 100% success rate on the show at jeopardy. Now, we have two sides. We have Raheem and then Fahrenheit. Raheem believes that Santa is real, but Fahrenheit says Santa is actually not real. So, we're going to let these two fight it out, see what they both have to say about the subject, and at the end, we're going to decide if Santa is real or is not. So, at first, we're going to have Raheem speak, and then we're going to have Fahrenheit speak after that. And then we're going to have someone from chat come in and tell their side of the story. And then we're going to decide together if Santa is real or fake. So, first off, we got Raheem. Raheem, you're going to tell your story. You're going to say why you think Santa is real. And you're going to have 3 minutes to say your side. All right? Hope you're ready because you're on the clock.
On the clock now?
Hello? Yep.
Okay. Now, most of you may not know this about me, but I don't celebrate Christmas. However, the one thing that I do celebrate is Santa. Or not celebrate, but understand is Santa.
Okay.
Now, as a kid growing up, everyone is told about Santa. You know, this man that goes to your house every, I don't know when it is, but around Christmas time, he goes to your homes and gives you presents, depending on whether you've been good or whether you've been bad. Now, for the people that say Santa isn't real, they're stating it on the fact that they haven't seen Santa. Alright? Now, I believe Santa is real, and there is one main reason I believe Santa is real. I believe there is someone that is giving you, looking at you, whether you've been bad or good, and making sure that you do get what you deserve. And I'm not saying this in like a spiritual way. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, everybody's Santa. I'm saying as in one individual person, because I think that's the magic of the idea of Santa. You know, the fact that we don't see him, but he exists.
Yeah, okay.
The thing, you know, I can't prove it. Obviously, I can't prove it. I have no evidence to prove it. But I believe that, you know, for so many people, an idea that's spread around the entire world, you know, it's hard to deny the idea of Santa and who Santa is and whether he's real or not, based on the fact that you've never seen him before. You know, you don't see what pushes the ocean, you don't see gravity, but they exist.
Interesting.
And in that same way, I believe Santa exists.
Really deep way to explain it. You got anything else to add?
That's it from me.
All right. Thank you very much, Raheem. Gonna mute you now. And interesting approach to say the least. He's going for the feel and the non-seeing but feeling approach to Santa being real. And now Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, you're gonna have 3 minutes to tell your side of the story and to basically try to convince us that Santa is actually fake. And you're on the clock.
Good evening, Dr. Eli, and good evening, chat.
Good evening.
I am here to do my argument, if you will, for the Santa Claus is real thing.
Okay.
But this is what I know, and this is the evidence that I have to prove everything. Excuse me. It's not real. This is because I'm black. I've never gotten anything from Santa Claus my whole life. I'm 32 years old, and I've never seen this fat white man come down any of my chimneys to give me any toys. Now, as a black man, I feel like this is racist. So either if Santa is around and he's alive checking on kids, he's only checking on the white people. And me as a black man, I do not appreciate that because I worked really hard and I was a real good kid back in the day. Claus never seen me. And I find that weird because my daddy never seen me either.
Oh.
that my daddy and Santa Claus ain't real. And on a higher note, I would like to say happy holidays to my opponent across the pond. Happy holidays. Santa will never come down your chimney because you almost as black as me. Thank you.
All right, interesting. Well, I guess you guys could say that he did have a pretty somewhat convincing argument. Now, the people from the chat, if anyone would like to come in here and then speak their mind, please do so right now. I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes for you to join Discord and join any channel, and I will drag you. In the meantime, I will say my part of what I think is happening here now. The idea of Santa is really complicated. For some people, it might be fake just because they might not have had people care about them or gifts given to them while they were young. And I can understand why they would think that Santa is not real. And at the same time, the people who do think that Santa is real have grown up in this really good like family or situation, or you know, I'm not gonna say wealthy family, but let's say like good enough, and they are loved, and then they get gifts and they believe that Santa is real. But the fact that you did not get gift does not mean that Santa is not real. Now, it is really hard to actually prove Santa's existence. I mean, you're traveling the whole world, going to every single house in one night. In one night. That is actually super hard. And even if it was to be proven, even if you did happen to catch Santa while dropping your gifts off, I would say it would be somewhat impossible, just because for him to go around the world to every single house in one night, I think he'd have to be pretty fast or have some kind of superpower. I mean, come on. So if we gotta get into the science of this, it might be really hard. But just like Raheem said, you can't see what's pushing the ocean. You can't see wind, but it's there. You can't see love, but it's there. I mean, you can argue that too, but we can leave that for another episode. But you feel anger, but you can't see it. So it really kind of comes down to, is Santa a notion or is he something real, like a person? So that's up to you, chat, to decide. We have 2 people in the Discord right now that want to join. First off, we're gonna have let me mute. Okay, first off, we're gonna have Blaze, aka the Rain Knights, in here, and he's gonna tell his side of the story. And after that, we're gonna have the man, the legend himself, Blur, speak after Rain. So, Rain, you're gonna have 3 minutes to say your side of the story, and you're on the clock.
I got one thing to say, quick and easy.
Okay.
I gotta agree with Fahrenheit. Santa ain't real, because Santa was real, he would have got Raheem a razor to shave that neck beard off.
Okay, interesting. All right, thank you for your input, Rain. Now, Blur, you're gonna have 3 minutes to say what you want to say, and you're on the clock.
All right. I kind of agree with both sides. I agree that the spirit, or like the essence of Santa, does exist, but I don't think that it's one person doing all this by themselves. I think it's more of like the holiday makes people have the faith in like this being or person, and everybody contributes their own part to make Santa exist in some way.
Okay, interesting. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Well, thank you very much, Blur, for your input. All right, chat, this is where we all decide if Santa is real or fake. Now, I want every single person in chat to just say real or fake. If you think Santa is real, just type real. If you think Santa is fake, just type fake. And we are gonna solve this right here, right now. And in the meantime, we're gonna have Fahrenheit and Raheem unmuted at the same time, so they can speak at the same time. Try to solve it out. Maybe one can convince the other that they're right, and then that can lead to the end of the episode. And we're gonna find out if that's gonna happen. All right, Fahrenheit and Raheem, you are both unmuted, and go ahead. What would you like to say to the other?
I think pulling the race card on this doesn't make any sense at all. I think just because, remember, the idea of Santa is that you've either been good or bad, and we don't know what Fahrenheit's done growing up, all right? We don't know if he's been on the good list or the bad list, so maybe he hasn't got presents because he's on the bad list.
Okay.
All right? You can't pull the race card on that.
Well, okay. First of all, good evening, Raheem. How you doing? I hope all is well on the side of your town.
I'm good, Fahrenheit.
I don't know if you remember this thing called tip of my tongue. Slavery. Yeah. Do that, right? So I feel like I'm not only obligated, but I deserve to get presents from Santa Claus. Now, I've never seen Santa Claus. I used to believe in him until my brother Abdullah Rahim Jabbar II, as an active Muslim, that the white man never hands the black man anything. It's called being pulled. This is called life. Now, as you know, as you're from another country, it's ran by the white man. I don't use the white man to try to hate on everybody. Heck, man, I just now graduated from middle school. That's how hard they've been holding me back. And I feel like Santa Claus should have been came our first edition Charizard, but he didn't give me that. You know what he gave me?
What?
That's what I got from. You know what else I got? Got racially profiled for Christmas.
Fahrenheit, you can't say you are all black people, okay? You can't say that you are all black people. Yeah, you're a black person that hasn't got presents from Santa. I get that. I understand that. But just because you didn't get it, it's like saying everyone of my race has a beard just because I do. Right? Now, I will admit it's a bad beard, and I will.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right about that one.
But saying about one person does not mean it's representative of an entire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good argument.
I understand exactly where you're coming from, Raheem. As one black man to an almost black man, I agree. But there's still this slight thing missing in your argument, and that is there's no physical evidence that a fat white man got a red bag handing presents out to little boys and girls. Ain't a fat white man handing out gifts to little boys and girls, but he got 7 years.
I will admit that there is no evidence, but I believe that he is real.
And I understand where you're coming from, sir. Again, I do bid you adieu with that statement. But as a man of my conscience and my character, sir, we do not believe into the Santa Clauses. We believe in that our parents have put the presents there because we deserve them. A white man jumping from roof to roof, like a fat Spider-Man handing out gifts.
Yeah, interesting.
Taxes, America, taxes.
He's got a point there. You got anything to say to that, Raheem?
I will just say I've said my argument. I've said everything I need to say. I'm going to leave up to chat to respond and give a vote on what they believe.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I thank you for your time, Raheem, with your argument. Your argument was very strong, it was very collective, and it was very wise. I appreciate you debating with me. But as you can see, America, Jesus.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else, boys?
Yeah, one more thing.
Okay. Take your time.
Fuck Logic.
Well, thank you for that, Fahrenheit. Gonna meet you guys both. All right, chat. This is your time. Is Santa fake or is Santa real? Now, for the sake of kids that might be watching the stream, the idea of Santa is real. The idea that how Santa was created was, I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you guys right now. The idea of Santa came from a saint called Saint Nicholas Thief. I'm just kidding, it's not Nicholas Thief, but it might be. You know what? It kind of makes sense. He kind of looks like Santa, but yeah. but he just missing a beard. But this whole idea of Santa came from a saint called Saint Nicholas, and what he did, what he used to see all those unfortunate kids and families just out on the street on Christmas and in the winter and in the cold, and he felt bad, so he took it upon himself to buy them gifts and things that they need, and then went around the town and then gave them gifts. And that's where the idea of Santa came from. A man taking things into his own hands and then giving people, needy people, the less fortunate people, gifts that they need and they deserve, and it just made them happy. That's the whole idea of Santa, is to make people happy with gifts and stuff that they want that will make them happy, and in this time of happiness and joy and Christ being born and all that. So you can argue that Santa and that notion is real, but now, since obviously Saint Nicholas is dead, there is no physical evidence that Santa, a big fat dude with a white beard and riding on goddamn a sleigh with reindeers flying, there's no evidence that actually exists, but you don't know. A lot of people do believe in God, but there might be actual evidence that he does exist, but people believe without seeing. So that's what's called faith. So you can argue that people have faith that Santa exists, and of course there's the other people that don't believe in stuff like that, that don't believe in anything that doesn't have actual evidence. So you can argue both sides, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm pretty sure chat can agree with me that the notion of Santa is real, but an actual man going through every single house is probably not real. But the notion of that man, of Santa, of giving gifts, that is 100% real. And thank you very much. I think this concludes our 4th episode of Dr. Eli. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whatever you may celebrate or don't celebrate. From all of us at Dr. Eli, we thank you so much for tuning into this special Christmas episode. And we will see you guys, of course, in the next episode of Dr. Eli. Have a good night, everyone.